that old quotation I gave you before from Benjamin Franklin, 1751, Poor Richard's Almanac. Astrology is one of the most ancient sciences, Ben wrote, held in high esteem of old by the wise and great. Formerly no prince would make war or peace, nor any general fight a battle. In short, no important affair was undertaken without first consulting an astrologer, who examined the aspects and configurations of the heavenly bodies and marked the lucky hour. The lucky hour, eh? Now the noble art, more shame to the age we live in, is dwindled into contempt. The great neglect us. Empires make leagues and parliament laws without advising with us, and scarce any other use is made of our learned labors except to find the best time for cutting corn. So why did Ben say the lucky hour? There it is. Now the noble art is shame to the age, I love this, shame to the age we live in is dwindled into contempt. But there's the lucky hour. Why didn't he say the lucky minute? Ben knew all about astrology and rising signs and charts. He published a technical, list of the planetary places, right to the degree and minute. A lucky hour. Well, most time clocks were not that accurate in Ben's time. So an astrologer could give you the hour when, like, Capricorn is rising, serious business. Jupiter, Sagittarius is rising. Oh yeah. Say Venus, well, Libra is rising. They rise for a couple of hours. So probably a chart, you can, to catch something within a 2-hour period, you have the same rising sign, and that means you've hit the lucky hour. Of course, a lot of people, the lucky, anyway. Okay, so what does this mean to us right now? I'm going to redo the chapter 4, lesson number 4 in your pocket astrologer about how to leave the house at the lucky hour. We're really talking about the lucky minute here, aren't we? And we're really talking about when to start things. The classic, if you're not gifted by Urania, as Ben Franklin said, and can't do charts or approximate them, you don't have your pocket astrologer, you can use your PC, any personal computer. There are easy programs, even free ones on the internet, and you can use the internet to catch the chart, to look for the lucky hour. But we're looking for the lucky minute, not just the lucky hour to start things, because that's one of the best things you can do with the ancient science of time, is learn when to start things at the lucky hour. Never before have the people of this earth had a chance to get the lucky minute down. Well, they have if you want to carry around a laptop with a good computer, but now you've got Sky Mirror Astrology, and you can pick it up for your iPhone cheap and push a button and bang, there you are. Present time, present place. And I'll get more. I'm going to do a little more for that, the app training that a little later. But I got some business to take care of first. And the first business is about how I met your mother. And this is a spiritual sensitive matter, and trying to increase the amount of compassion and motherly love that there is on this planet. We're reaching out. So here's some technical things. On 4th of July, the moon is overhead in Kona at 9:45 a.m. And then it goes, the next day it goes up to 20:09. And then next day it comes back again. So the moon is moving up to 20 degrees north latitude and then coming down. Now, if you go on July 4th, here you are. You go on July 5th, the stopping and reversing place, not real good, it's my experience. When I learned over here, Yes, on the 6th, I think she's well on her way. She knows where she's going. So I recommend you try that day. I mean, if you want, try 9:45 Kona. You just, add a little bit and you're in the other islands, right? But here's the data for July 6th. In Kona, it's 11:22 a.m. In Honolulu, add 8 minutes, you're at 11:30. In Lihue, in Kahalu, at 11:24. So you go from Kona to Maui is only 2 minutes. So if you're on Maui, 11:24 a.m. If you're in Honolulu, 11:30 a.m. And if you're in Lihue or in Kauai, anywhere, 11:35. So I recommend you start like 15, 20 minutes early, find a quiet space, think about Mother, and begin to pray. Out loud. Oh, look at this. In Mexico City, the same day, this is July 6th, 12:25 p.m. So Mexico City's so close to Kona, but here we are, we're at 11:22, and this an hour and 3 minutes later, it hits Mexico City. Time differences. Remember up here, last month, we had Kona was 1:25 p.m., and Mexico City was 2:30. There again, an hour and 5 minutes later. On clock time, Mexico City does their thing. 25 million people there. Anyway, anybody in Mexico City, let them know. They can get the show on frac.com/astro, hopefully on YouTube. Then you could just tell them that Mother's directly overhead and is much easier to talk with. 12:25 p.m. in Mexico City. frac.com/astro, ASTRO. That's the old website, huh? So I'll let you know when the next one comes up, which is really August 1st. And then there's another one August 28th. Yes. And another one 9/26. I'd take this one. She's coming up and moving back again. Here she's already reversing about where we are in Kona at 19.5. October 22nd. November 18th, 19th. She's stopping over us. And December 16th. There she is, exactly over Kona, where I live. Well, more on that later, huh? For now, set your sights on July 6th and meet your mother and get a little motherly love and get in touch with the spirit that you really want to. It's a wrong day, huh? That you really want to have in your life and regain some motherly love and compassion and enlightenment of your mammal brain. And dogs and cats and babies will start smiling at you. It's make you more telepathic, huh? As soon as you do this. Speak out loud, start a little early, be reverent. This is Mother Mary, the Virgin of Guadalupe, etc. Now for something entirely different. We're going to talk names and words. And when I go up to the store here in Kona, there's 2 freebie papers. Paradise Post is a monthly thing here, and it's kind of corporate driven. This Big Island Weekly is owned by the same people that own our Hilo and Kona newspapers, and the dastardly corporation that drove our only environmental newspaper out of business, pretending to be environmental. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing them to you is they both have very significant astrology columns. Now, I've already, dragged you guys out over free will astrology, which really offends me and is everywhere. And look, they give it a whole page here. And when you look at the other one, the Paradise Post, the title of it is As Above, So Below. And here's another corporate, this lady's in Detroit or something. Oh, Seattle. She might be a spin-off of my show anyway. She's a little more technical, but, she gets a whole page here. Yeah, so it's cheap for these guys to do it. Moreover, there's not much real astrology here. Free will astrology has no astrology in it, but it's the title, As Above, So Below. This says what's happening in the sky causes what's on the ground, huh? Of course, this guy, he thinks you're going to take the other side of the argument. Free will, we have all free will, huh? The sky doesn't cause the things on Earth to happen. So this is the name of the app, Sky Mirror Astrology. Yeah, it was Pocket Astrologer, but the names were changed to protect the innocent. Anyway, I thought it was a great compliment. Sky Mirror Astrology. What does Sky Mirror mean? It means no causation implied. It's very important, these titles. Look inside, look outside, look at the chart. Okay, let's talk your world, huh? We're going to do the generic chart of the week following June 28th and take a look at what's going on, what you may experience. I made some extra notes here. Now this is about stations. 3 planets stationing. Saturn stations. Rules, regulations, guys in suits, bankers. You know, Saturn is kind of the evil guy. He's a great malefic. So people aren't going to be happy with what goes on here. When Saturn stations, people get scared. 20 days before July 8th, 20 days after him, they get more scared. They buy gold and silver. Oh, I'm scared. Gold and silver usually goes up when the fear rises. Here's a peak of the fear, July 8th, 7:13. Here's Uranus now, July 17th. He stops in the sky, the feeling of brotherhood, revolutionary, rebellious. We need to do things differently. Aquarian stuff comes out July 17th. And then Mercury stations July 20th at 8:23 a.m. Now Mercury, it happens, is stopping in the sky, and you're going to be thinking about things, and it squares Uranus. There's interruptions of thought, kids, media. This could be one of those big solar flare events that knocks out your internet. I don't know. And there's going to be questions. Of course, there's the questions of the government snooping on everything, isn't there? Can't get away from that. I guess the good news is all that paranoia some of us experienced, like we were being watched or listened to or something, was quite real. Yes, I know times my phone, certainly somebody was listening. I was being spied on. I'm very telepathic, so I can kind of feel it. All right, what's it going to happen? Oh, I should mention, here's Mercury going retrograde, and Mercury's going to go back and slow down and stop at 12 degrees squaring Uranus. So both of these planets are stopped in the sky. So you're going to be seeing an awful lot about both of them. Mercury is a communicator, getting around, short trips, the transmission of words and letters and numbers. And here's Uranus, the high-tech media. And both of them are a little nutty. Yeah, when they stop and square each other like that. Now the other part of this pattern is Neptune. Jupiter has moved up here into Cancer, where it's trining Neptune and Saturn. So here's the